So it's my first time here in Colorado shooting fall colors. I've actually in my whole life never gotten to see the leaves change. I've always been stuck at home. I've tried to hit the Texas Hill Country a couple times and just never hit any good colors. And so even though I'm a couple weeks late, this is still really stunning. I just love how the yellows streak through the mountainside like lightning bolts. And so I'm a little bit late, but I'm going to be here for the next week getting some fall colors. I have a couple spots on my list, a little bit of off-roading, a couple iconic spots that hopefully there's still some color at. So I'm going to bring y'all along with me while I'm shooting a little bit of Colorado. So let's go see what we can find. So we're just outside of Telluride, and my good friend Kenny, KLR Photo, told me about a campsite that's up this road, and we still have some really pretty photos. And this is one of those spots that, I don't know, if you come up here a lot, you probably know about it, but so many of these really cool camp spots that we share with each other, it's just ones that we find while exploring. And so I have about 5 more miles going up this road till we get to the campsite, but he said there's stellar views and good service, and so that makes it a good home base for me for a little while. And since it's kind of late in the season, he said that pretty much everybody should be gone, but he also said that I'm a little lucky because the colors popped off a week or so later than usual, so it's not quite as vibrant. But oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Look at this. We have this incredible view. We have, here, let's roll the window down. Yeah, look at this. Snowy mountain peaks, yellow, beautiful trees, and some ponies in a field. Does not get better than that. That is stunning. So the leaves up here at the campsite have, they've kind of fallen, but a striking view of the mountain that could make some really, really good time-lapse material. So I think I'm probably going to hit this little camp spot for the night. We have some really nice kind of green grass and beautiful leaves on the ground, and so this could be a good home base for a few days. And so I think we're gonna slab up here for the next I don't know, a couple days till I get bored of the area. There's another fire pit up here too. Probably not gonna have a fire. I usually don't do that. There's a woodpecker. Check him out. We don't have woodpeckers back home, so if I am geeking out about something y'all have, I'm sorry. Later, buddy. But yeah, I think this could be a good spot just to run the camera overnight, maybe get some time lapse of that mountain. Would be pretty sweet, maybe on the 600. So it's 2 o'clock. I think the sun sets maybe about 6:30 right now. So I think we're gonna run back down the mountain. I'm gonna time how long it takes me to get there, and then we'll go see if we can find those dancing aspens. So I am a little late for this part of the area that I wanted to shoot, but you know, we still have some colorful leaves on the ground, and look at these really incredible trees. This has such a serious curve to it. I mean, you could lay down in that. It has to be 4 to 5 feet, curving back up, and then it S-bends way up into that. The S-bends. I'm so funny, aren't I? Alright, anyway, just look at this. Wow, look at those. I think that's actually going to be my perspective for that shot, because what few leaves are left are way up on the tops. I'll still shoot like a square 50 mil sort of shot. But I guess sunrise is probably the time to do that. And it's the afternoon, sunset. So, what do? Should I go find another shot for sunset, or try to shoot this thing backwards? I don't know, I really like that wide angle. But yeah, the sun, that has to be pretty east. I haven't looked at my compass, but based on where the sun's at, I'm pretty sure that's east. But apparently there's a little lake over here, and I stopped in another spot down there, and beavers everywhere. Awesome beaver dams. lots of great wildlife. So, just wander around, and we'll pick back up whenever, I don't know, sunset hits. So I left the trees and started heading back up the trail, and I spotted a little water runoff, and when I got to the bottom of it, there's just this gorgeous beaver pond, and one of the little guys was even working when I got here, but they're a little skittish, so I think I scared them away, but the water's just beautiful, and we're facing east right now, and so something like this could be a really, really spectacular sunrise frame. And so I think we have a change of plans. I don't think I'm going to camp at the first spot we went to. I think I'm going to come back here. So those spots are really awesome, but I don't think sunset is going to be good at either of those, and I kind of want to do a time lapse up here. And so I came to this viewpoint. We're right by the highway, and that's why it's a little loud, messing with cars and stuff driving by. But this is a pretty awesome sunset frame. The sun is just like kissing the tops of some of these trees that have turned yellow, and as the sun is moving through the sky, they're just kind of moving along. It's like really lighting them on fire. It's a really beautiful view. And so I'm gonna shoot a time lapse here, and while that's running, I'm gonna make some food. I might show y'all how I cook some food if y'all are interested in that. I definitely have other videos that are only about the truck. But this is kind of part of my photography, so I might bring you along for a little bit of that. If you haven't seen the truck yet, or if this is your first video and you want to check it out, I'm just going to show you a quick overview of it real fast. I have other videos talking about it, but I'm going to cook some food while that time lapse is running, so thought I'd go over it. Just some of the things I have on here. I got a 10-gallon water tank up there with pressurized water, and that runs down to the toes. It lets me wash stuff. We have this full inside. I got a little sink over there, and yeah, it's a little messy right now, but got a sink right there where that water bottle's at. That pack just has like cleaning supplies and stuff. We have our cabinet with all of our food goods, and we got a couple cubby holes up front, and we have the refrigerator. Real quick, I'm just gonna make a crazy simple meal. We just have some ramen, a little bit of tuna, some fresh tomatoes, and so I'm just gonna cook this up real fast. I haven't had a real meal in a few days. Not that this is particularly a real meal, but look how pretty this is turning out to be. Getting some really good light rays over there, just kind of kissing those trees. So hang out here and let this run, and if we end up getting a little bit of Milky Way over there, we might just let it run all night. Last night was really beautiful. The way that the moon just rose in the middle of the night, illuminated the whole foreground. I'm really happy with that. The nighttime portion wasn't quite as sharp and in focus as I would have liked it to be. So I'm thinking, hey, potentially I could do that tonight. But I drove up to the top of this mountain. I've kind of ran out of day because I was doing some social media work for one of my customers down at the bottom of the mountain when I had some internet. But check this out. It's a beautiful dirt road, and there's some colors hidden back here. The whole drive up here, everything looked about like that tree right there, the one that's dying. Not sure exactly where I'm going or where this is taking me. I do know that I just don't have very long sunset. It's a little before 6, and so thought I'd kind of drive around here and see if I could find a really good frame of one of these mountains. Since so many of the leaves have already fallen, I think the best course of action is to not focus on the trees that are up close, but the stuff that's really, really far away. So we're just gonna cruise around on this back road. So you'll see these signs all over the place here, just letting you know that you're gonna get into some fun stuff. There's so much public land and off-road trails and things that, to me, is just really exciting whenever I'm anywhere outside of Texas. I'll always love Texas, but the fact that we don't have any public lands anywhere to do stuff like, get in your truck and drive around and find a cool place to camp for the night just like really limits the things that I like to do. So yeah, that's one good thing about all of these other states with a lot of wilderness and public land, is it just makes for such good times. And there's usually some pretty cool places to shoot photos down these roads too. So I'd like to get kind of up above this tree line, and there's a whole bunch of loose cattle out and about, so maybe we'll find some pretty stuff. Like I said a second ago, sometimes exploring random back roads will reward you with some beautiful scenes. Look at this glowing grove of trees. And all of these recently fallen leaves are still yellow and golden and beautiful. You have all this old branches, barbed wire fence, and just this gorgeous, gorgeous group of leaves that's on fire. Back up on top. Woo! All right. Maybe I should pay attention before I break the control arm up here in the middle of nowhere. All right, anyway. So I think this big mountain behind me, I'm not sure, but 90% sure. Forgive me, I don't know anything about this area. I am learning. I think it's the Coors Light mountain, the one that's on their beer can. It's a really, really impressive mountain. And the stuff we shot yesterday was really good. I'm real happy with it. And one of the frames I really would like, excuse me, gosh, it's bright. That's better. I would like the same frame at nighttime with the stars, but a lot cleaner and sharper, to get the foreground like really illuminated, and do a time lapse. Pretty much limited to like 30-second exposures, and so the ISO, if you're a photographer, was pretty high. So it's not really sharp. Make a pretty time lapse, as y'all saw. But yeah, I want that mountain, that one right there. I found a really cool spot, and it wasn't like framed up just right, but it's the best that we're gonna get. And so now we're heading back up this pass. There's some beautiful trees right in front of us. It's a little rough, but I saw an old Range Rover and a Ford Explorer and a couple little trucks, and so it's definitely something that just about anybody can get to. But there is a dispersed campsite, and so I'm really running out of daylight to figure out my framing and stuff, so I think the best thing I can do is take what I can get in that situation. It seems to be the theme of this location, this video. So we're gonna head back up the mountain. Let's see what we can get as far as a good frame on this. While we're pulling up here, though, we'll show y'all some pretty trees. Look at the glow! Oh my gosh! Dang! This might actually warrant me getting out and snapping a quick photo. Look how pretty that is. Somebody's meal is down there. It's covered in leaves. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Look at this. Oh, this is for air traffic control, so let's stay on this side of the fence. But check that out. Oof. So yeah, we're gonna make our way back up there, find us a dispersed campsite, and see if we can find like a 50 mil shot of the mountain at nighttime with the trees just like down beneath. It's gonna be really pretty. Man, we ended up with a great campsite tonight. I really, really like this. It's gonna be a lot more comfortable than last night with all of the traffic driving by. Definitely paid off. We got a really, really good time lapse of really cool view. Truck's all set up. I got a little too close to this down tree, but I guess we have a little campfire. I might actually do a very, very small fire tonight. And look at this view. Man, it's like I own the whole place. It's awesome. So I just got the time lapse set up and running out there. The vantage point here is just really, really stunning. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the AM when the moon comes up and just illuminates its range, just like the one we shot yesterday. It's really, really pretty. But it is getting pretty cold, and so this is what I'm gonna do tonight. Just gonna hang out here inside the truck and get a little bit of editing done. Here's one of those shots from my first stop on this trip. It's look at this thing. It's just like an egg. Something hatched out of it. It's so incredible. So I'm just gonna hang out and edit for the rest of the evening. So I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. And with that, I think this little excursion to Telluride has run its course. The place is still beautiful right now. There's still a lot of color on the trees, but peak season has definitely come and gone. The couple bucket list locations that I really wanted to capture some compelling images at, the leaves have already just all fallen, and I'm not going to be able to get anything there. And I'm definitely not even a little disappointed about that. It gives me a good excuse to come back next season a few weeks earlier, try a little bit harder, and really capture those images that I have in my mind. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you want to see the full-length time lapses or the final edits of anything that you saw in this video, just follow my photography page at Tony Maple Photography. But I think that about wraps this one up. Thanks for watching.